right, man. Let's talk about the Lions defeating Minnesota Vikings. Said I would do a review video. We did a vertical live, so yeah, let's do the review video. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button, and it started off as a little bit shaky, and that I think had a lot to do with Minnesota playing at the crib. Man, Minnesota get you to the crib. You know they fans was raucous. That horn, skull clap. You know it'd be a movie going up to Minnesota, man, and what we had. Um, what we had going on in Minnesota today, man. Number 74, who played pretty well for us in the past. Offensive line star committed mistakes. Zyfer was out. Zyfer was out or whatever, man, and that hurt. Number 74 was jumping off sides, and you know what I'm saying. He was jumping off sides, getting holding calls, and to be honest, it was one of those games, man, where Minnesota is a tough place to play, and usually the Lions, man, honestly, they would find a way to lose that game. They would find a way to lose that game historically, and and they found a way to win the game. So credit to them, they found a way to win the game, and and they powered through. So they found a way to win the game, man. They powered through. And they found a way to win the game. They powered through it. Early on, it was a little bit shaky. Minnesota was playing with a lot of energy. They was getting downhill. They was being aggressive. They was, stopping the run and pinning their ears back. We had the fake punt. They get scored off, the carry on mishap when not, being disciplined and, holding the edge down, and they scored a touchdown to Aaron Jones, and, he a beast. He a beast. Then they came back, I think another 3 and out. Minnesota came back, kicked a really long field goal. Kicked a really long field goal, and that was what it was. It looked like, Lions might be in trouble. They might get blown out, but for the most part, they held it together. Real talk, they held it together. They kept running the football. That was a key. Dave Montgomery went down, and it looked like, SOL. It didn't work. And then they kept running the ball, and they went off tackle stretch run to Jahmyr Gibbs, and he went, he went the distance. So, that run is what really turned them up. And they figured if we kept, most teams, they get behind versus Minnesota, and they stop running the football. They stopped running the football. They stopped running the football. And then when they stopped running the football, that's when Minnesota really get aggressive and pin their ears back. So, yep. So when they pin their ears back, they get at you. Lions kept running the ball. They called a funky play for their second score. They had Tim Patrick, in motion, really come down, do a down block as a max protect, and hit, Amara, deep for 6. If that was Jameson Williams, that play probably wouldn't work. They weren't expecting Amara to go deep. So, yeah. But that was a hell of a play. Then before the half, in the red zone, another hell of a play. The quarterback draw, the running back draw or delay, got Jahmyr Gibbs in there, and they was rolling. Third quarter, they kind of find their way through the third quarter. Yeah, Minnesota came out. They made a conscious effort to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. which was smart, putting him in motion. They got a real good play on the touchdown where they lined him up in the slot. Then they motioned Addison on the inside in a tight formation, making Jefferson the number one or the outside corner, 1-on-1 on the fade with Amick, and he made a great play as Justin Jefferson. Um, but other than that, the fumble with Montgomery is what turned everything around. They fumbled, they scored, and everything was going rockets. And, the Lions came back, I think, punted the ball back. Defense got another big stop. And then, Goff and them came back down, was surgical. Jake Bates got his first real taste of the NFL, kicked the ball, and then, bullshit penalty where we all thought that the time should have ran off. It didn't, so they got one more crack at it after 5-yard penalty. They win in Minnesota, and it's a tough place to play. And overall, the penalties is what killed them. The holding calls, is what killed them. The holding calls is what killed them, bro. The holding. They had 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles by Goff. Both, one was recovered by Goff, one was covered by Ragnow. The fumble that was he lost by Montgomery went for 6. I think he hurt his hand or whatever. And then, Darnold threw a pick. Brian Branch, that was a great play by him. Oh, sheesh. Let's look at the team stats real quick. I never look at the team stats. So, on third downs, hold on. The line, they was 4 for 10. We was 4 for 10 on third downs. They was 0 for 1 on fourth downs. We was 0 for 0. I don't think they counted the punt. They had 1 turnover. We had 1 turnover. Our turnover came at the most inopportune times. But they had a special teams defensive turnover. In the red zone, hold on. They really ain't going through much to red zone. So, go over the stats specifically for them. Darnold was pretty efficient, 22 for 27, 259, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We generated 4 sacks today, so without Hutch. Aaron Jones played really, really well, 93 yards, 14 carries, 1 touchdown. Darnold had a long run of 19 yards, so he showed his legs. Jefferson kept him under 100 yards. He caught 7 of his 8 targets. 1 touchdown, 91 yard. You would take that. Jalen Neer, 76 yards, 4 touchdowns. Addison kept him in check, 22 yards a catch though, but he kept him in check. He had most of that on that long play that went for 51 yards. Caught them in the aggressive defense. Ivan Pace Jr. had a sack. Andrew Van Ginkel, he was everywhere, man. Who the fuck is this guy, bro? 5th round pick from Wisconsin. About 5 years ago, man. He a problem. I like Van Ginkel. He a problem. Call his name all day. Jonathan Greenyard, he had a sack, almost had another strip sack too. So Jonathan Greenyard, he played well today. Jonathan Bouillard got a couple holding penalties and stuff. So they had a really good defense. Maybe not the biggest names out there yet, but they got a really good defense. They're aggressive. Saying 31 points on was crazy, but with that fumble, our defense played well too. Without that fumble, they hold them to 22 points. Now without the field goal too, really we really held them on. Could have held them under 20 points to be honest, but it was what it was. So Goff 25 for 27, 2 touchdowns, got sacked 4 times. Gibbs 15 carries, 116, 2 touchdowns. Montgomery, got injured, came back, fumbled. Myrod was his day, 8 catches, 112, 1 TD, and pretty much nobody did none other than Khalif Raymond had some big catches. So he played well today. J-Mo not so much. It wasn't his day or Laporte day for real. We went to the stuff. Malcolm Rodriguez had a sack. Jack Campbell had a sack. Trevor Nowinski had a sack. Josh Pascal had a sack. Hopefully he okay. He played really, really well today. So, Isaac Ukuwu, he had a great play where they was calling a screen that probably could have went for 6, and he played that screen very, very well. He played that screen as well as you could pay and stop that play on a dime. So shout out to him, man. They played a really, really good competitive football game today. Um, it was so many shaky, adverse moments. You could tell they're a maturing team. Um, they're a very, very maturing team, man. That's what I can say. They are very, very mature. They didn't get, shaken by the bright lights or none of that. They played a really good football game. So, yeah, they played a really good football game. It was a lot of times where, them adversity could have broke them, and they just stayed the course. They just stayed the course. Adversity should have literally broke them. Real talk, adversity could have easily broke them in this game, and that's what NFC Championship game do to you. That's what other big games, primetime games do to you. You become unflappable. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Check out the Lions post game reaction playlist, Detroit Lions talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.